Everyone. This mic doesn't work, but I always wanted to hold a mic while shooting a video. So here I am today holding a mic because I am going to yap about books. But firstly, happy festival. Like there is festival today, so I was like, and my mother was looking extra pretty, so I did what every single 22-year-old adult girl should do if her mother is looking pretty, that is steal her clothes. Except these are not hers. This sari is my grandma's. So shout out to the sari because it's looking extra pretty. Do not notice my hair. Please do not notice my hair. If I see any comment saying my hair looks bad, it does. It's pretty flat. But okay, that is not the point of today's video. The point of today's video is more so focused on I don't like how much. Okay, I don't like how much my room is showing, but today I'm making a video in my laptop because there is this book that I wanted to show, but I can't find. Oh my god, it's not showing in the camera because it's reflecting, but it's like Pitamaha. So I wanted to talk about that book as well today, but I can't find it anywhere. I don't know. Did I give it to someone? I have no clue. I have no real clue if I gave it to someone. But I can't find it anywhere. So I'm just going to continue talking about my other book while just showing you the picture. Oh, you can see it a little bit here. No, never mind. Just forget about that book. I will talk about that book when I have completed reading it because first this is why I regret not finding this book because I haven't completed it yet. It's like I am halfway there and I am yet to find the book. So let's just say all the best to Vaishnavi. I hope she finds the book. She as in me. So yeah. But today let's talk about another book related to Mahabharata because I have things to say, okay? I have emotions to express. I have feelings that I have felt that I want to share with you because I'm equally disappointed and equally satisfied and can you do that like I had crm and all those guest related stuff in my college and can you reach the point where you're like equally satisfied but equally like some parts were like disappointing of the book but like it was kind of feminist book so I liked it but there are some parts where I was like "Ah, this okay I will just show you the book is Palace of Illusion you can yeah you can see it the Palace of Illusion I am sorry I'm blind don't mind me so Palace of Illusion and that's the book I'm going to talk about so it is like Mahabharata from Draupadi's point of view and I think a lot of people like the girlies that I know have read this book. Even the guys that I know, some of the guys I know have read this book. So I think it is a pretty popular book. Um, I think the Garden of Enchantment is like written by same author, Chitra Banerjee. So let's see. I have yet to read that book, but I have read this book. It's a good book. There are a lot of points where I'm like, yay, feminism. But there are also points where I'm like, this sounds like a sojo manga. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. Obviously, I love the book. That's why I like read it multiple times. But there are some points where, like, there is this romantic angle between Draupadi and Karna, which like how do I put it? But like it was okay for me at the start. Oh my god, my hair is. It was okay for me at the start, but then there was this thing where like maybe it's because I'm very when it comes to like this self-respect angle, I'm very flaming feminist. So maybe that's why. But when it comes to like this part where I'll just hold it. So where she's like, who calls her Vaishya? Okay, and I haven't read Mahabharata, so you can totally like, this is Bhagavad Gita. I have Bhagavad Gita. This is Bhagavad Gita. Okay, this is Bhagavad Gita. Do you know how long Mahabharata is? Like, I'm still reading this. Like, I'm on like first adhyay yet. So don't judge me. I haven't read Mahabharata yet. I don't know if there was a love angle between Karna and Draupadi. See, you can fight about that part in like comment section if you want to. If you don't want, that's fine. We can just have wholesome discussion about how true that part is. But yeah, so oh my god, my hair. Okay, so so yeah, so that part kind of made me like, is it good to show uh, that like even after he calls her Vaishya, like I did not like the idea of them in a love angle, obviously, but there was this weird angle also where after he calls her Vaishya, she still is like in love with him, and even though she's like, I will not handle it and all that things, but she still is in like love with Karan, and I'm like, girly pop, you're born from fire. You are the fire. You are the Draupadi. Like, I can understand they're trying to humanize her in this book as well, and I understand, oh, she's just a girl at the end of the day. She's just a human. But you're also born from fire. Your 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 whole existence is based on fire. Like you're Yagyaswini Draupadi. And you're falling in love with a man who calls you Vaishya. Like, I'm sorry. That is the one part where, like, I understand humans are flawed and all that shit. But if I was born out of fire, like flaming fire, girl, please, I'm not going back to Karna ever again. Like, come on. Are you kidding me? I'm not even thinking about this shit. I feel like she endured a lot of it because she was like really nice and kind and people pleaser. But do not quote me on that, okay? But like I did not like that angle, which is like okay. And there was also this part where they're like, oh, I wore white and Karna wore white, which gave it like the little Sojo manga feel. And don't get me wrong, I love my Sojo mangas. Okay, Oron High School Host Club. I love Oron High School Host Club. Okay, I just started rewatching it yesterday. It's my comfort show, but it just felt weird to read about it since it is connected to like our history, our mythology, whatever you like to call it. But it feels weird when you are reading about someone you respect so much and then they just go ahead and fall in love with someone who calls her Vaishya. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Karna is the greatest and Karna is the thing I like about this book. The thing I just like the disappointing part was Karna. So the equally satisfying part of this book is Krishna. Like the friendship between uh Krishna and Draupadi. It's like one of my favorite parts of this book. Like the scene like at the very end when she's like dead, she's like dying. At that time when she remembers Krishna and I was in tears. I was in tears. I was crying. Because as someone who like really believes in Krishna, like I really believe in Krishna. Love Krishna. Okay, if I know there shouldn't be like this God thing where like this God is my favorite, that God is mine. I'm not saying that. Okay, but if I was to choose one, it would be Krishna. And so, due to that part, I think I believe that I really, really loved the book because there is the friendship between Krishna and Krishna is really amazingly shown in this book. Like in tears, man, in tears. Very, I don't even know how to explain it. Like when I thought about the book, like when I thought about reviewing this book because today is like festival and I wanted to review something that is like related to our history, and I was going to talk about Pitama, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where I kept it. I am not irresponsible. I just don't remember if I have it here or somewhere else. So that, but I thought about this book and I did not reread it because I felt like I have already remembered a lot, like a lot of part of it have touched my heart. And sometimes I feel like when you're talking about a book, a lot of people like talk about plots and all that, but I myself prefer it when people are like, when they're talking about books, they're talking about how the book made them feel, because I feel like that is a rather more precious thing to talk about. Like, mm, just think about it, okay? If you talk about how that book made you feel, it does not matter what the plot is. Like, the book can totally be shit, but if it made you cry, then it doesn't matter what is happening in this book, in the book. So I often use the parameter I use are not like, oh, how detailed it was, or like what metaphor was the book using, or like, oh, it used metaphor or that metaphor. I think there are a lot of people who analyze books on YouTube. Like, I love people who analyze the book for me because I'm too lazy for that, man. I'm too lazy to go through every single metaphor and be like, oh, this is what that meant. I am like, I watch a YouTuber and I go, oh, so that's what he was trying to say by the blue umbrella or something like that. So I believe that I'm not that good at understanding the metaphors or understanding what someone was trying to say by drawing the umbrella blue instead of pink and something like that. I don't know. What I do know is this book made me cry. Sometimes out of pure cringe, like the white sari, white kurta thingy, but sometimes, but mostly because the portrayal of, like, I'm sorry, but even in this book written written for Draupadi, by woman, for woman, by woman, so even in this book, I think about woman, I think the star was still Krishna. I'm sorry, I just love his character so much. Even in the book, like I like that the author was, yeah, that was the main point of me making this video. I'm sorry, I forgot it till like very end. I'm seeing the time, and it's completely like really ending of my video. But I think the most important part of this book was that she was able to like keep the characteristics for the characters. Like sometimes, like you read fan fiction. Okay, so you read fan fiction. That's perfect. I know you read fan fiction. So when you are reading fan fiction, there are some fan fictions which are like they are able to maintain these characteristics that was given to them by the author, like the original author. And there are some fan fictions which are not good at that. Like they will just change the whole personality of the, like the main lead. Like best example, Twilight. Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, I will not talk about it, but you know, totally up. Like they are very toxic, both of them. But like one is, very different than another. So, but she, like Chitra Banerjee. was able to keep the characteristics of Krishna properly to Krishna, or he was able to give the characteristics of Amba. Oh my god, I love her. I like love her, okay? I love her in the book as well. And there is this dialogue. I don't know if I can find it right now, but I will look at it and I will edit the remaining part later on. I forgot to highlight the quote, but yeah, so there is this quote like on revenge and how you should not rely on men to take our revenge. And damn, and so I think like she was able to portray the main characteristics of some of the character, like some of the figure historical figures very properly, and she was able to portray it very properly in the book. I felt like it was kind of a fan fiction for, and a fan fiction is not wrong, but I felt kind of like it was written specifically for her pair with Karna. So, like, there is a lot of scene where the Kunti is like saying, "Oh, if you join our force, you are also one of the brothers, so you can marry Draupadi." And she's like, "Oh, I saw the shift in his look for a second or something like that." And I was like, I don't know how much I support that particular narrative, because I'm like, I don't know, do I support that kind of narrative? I, I, mm, I just felt weird, but I haven't read Mahabharata, like I said, still reading this. So, uh, I have no knowledge of Mahabharata, so you can not quote me on this. I am not a knowledgeable person. You can only say my opinions are shit, and I will be okay with it. Cause why not? They might as well be. I'm not sure at this point. I'm just stating what I feel like. So thank you for coming to my yapping session about the Palace of Illusion. And I know a lot of girlies really love this book. So tell me if my opinion really is a shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too sensitive at this point. I have no clue. I'm just a human. I'm just a girl. The bow here. I'm just a girl. So yeah. Um. Thank you for joining me. Leave your comment. Leave your like. If you don't like, still leave a like. Why not leave a like? Just leave it. It won't cost you any money. Just leave it. And don't judge me on that yarn, okay? Your girl is trying to make a cape, especially for the video I'm going to make about fantasy series. Because what is a fantasy series if not for the cape? Do not judge me. That's what I do, okay? After I finish this, this is what I do. Bye. Love ya.